Alright, good morning. It's Wednesday, July 30th, 7:15. Got NQ and ES up. Pretty volatile pre-market slash overnight. Again, almost similar to the day before. The run up overnight and then giving a good amount of that back in the pre-market hours. Obviously, we have FOMC today. I'll decide, may end the stream early and then reopen it around 2 o'clock Eastern for FOMC. That's what I'll likely do, so probably going to end the stream early today, hour and a half-ish. But yeah, definitely going to keep that in mind. Likely going to be a lot of choppiness before FOMC, a lot of indecision, fake outs either way. So definitely be on the eye for that. And then earnings-wise, let's bring that list over since we still have a few minutes till market opens. Got some big boys today, being Wednesday. The pre-market didn't have much. Hershey's, that seems like the biggest one of this list. Some retail names, Teva, Crafts, Humana, Etsy, but mainly Meta, Microsoft, Hood, Robin, and Qualcomm. ARM is another one actually. Yeah, really Meta, Microsoft, Hood, and ARM, and LCRX, Carvana, Qualcomm, and Ford would definitely be on the watch list as well. So pretty loaded close. Not only FOMC, but definitely gonna be watching the last 30 minutes or last 15 to 30 minutes of 15 to 30 minutes before market close to make sure and just watch any unusual flow, especially in the options chain. So yeah, definitely be on the watch for that. And then pre-market tomorrow, CVS, Roblox, Cigna, MasterCard. Not much. Roblox would be my favorite out of the list. I would say that moves the most. And then obviously you got Apple and Amazon, two more monsters after hours tomorrow, and then the oil to finish up the week. So definitely gonna be an exciting day today with FOMC and all these companies reporting. So yeah, what I predict and what I believe will happen, 100% could be wrong, but as of right now, I think I could see some choppiness, some fake outs until 2. I doubt we'll move more than 0.5% in one direction. And I think we'll really see the volatility in the power hour, not necessarily when FOMC happens or when Powell's answering the questions, but we'll see. Always be ready for anything. And then obviously, already went through a decent amount of earnings. Just yesterday, I had a good morning. UNH, SoFi, PayPal, Boeing, UPS, Spotify. So, pretty good. I myself do not play earnings, so it does not really affect me directly, but always keep an eye, especially for days like today when you have those big, huge market caps, because they will sway the markets, especially NQ. So we got about 10 minutes or so until market open. Yeah, and then we closed. Yeah, let me get this up. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, as you can see, these two, excuse me, these two dead accounts still on for some reason, but Did not get on the live stream yesterday. Had to work out some technical issues, but made 500 profit, so it counts at 51,000. Made another $40 overnight, so 1,040. Our goal for today would be honestly just aiming around 300, around the 300 area. Have a day to work with this week, because counting today, 3 more trading days, only need 2 more to get a payout. So definitely want to add to somewhat of a cushion, and but at the same time not over risk. So we will be sticking to our 1 con and that around 60 60 tick loss, so $300 loss, sticking around that. And yeah, so let's draw our trend lines now. Go to 15. Yeah, a little higher. Yeah, that's interesting. Around this 23,510, a couple points less than like 23,508, give or take. That's definitely gonna be watching that area very closely. Try to zoom out even more. Yeah, 'cause we didn't try to fill that gap yesterday. Did not get a close for it though. But I wish we. There we go. No, I'd say it's filled. So yeah, those definitely the 2 levels I'm watching immediately. I'll draw a couple more right now, but 23,475 and 23,510. I do want to draw at least 1 more for the downside. Yeah, so I could even delete I could delete this one. I have much more confidence in this level below it. And then I would watch her around this like 23,555, which I just drew up here. Go down, I'll draw another one down below, but yeah, I'll do that right now. I just want to experiment with this for a second. Yes, excuse me. So initial level to break, definitely this 23,470. But back to the daily. This lower level That the last one that I plotted at the previous low for yesterday, 23,421. That is the biggest level in my opinion. But hope we don't chop like I said earlier. Really hope that doesn't happen. But yeah, we're at the point we're not looking for any home runs. The account is over 1,000 profit. So just looking to close the week out with another 1,000, and we'll take some profit out on Wednesday. And I'll show, this will be my first payout with Funded Next, so see how fast or not so fast they are with their payouts. Not sure, I believe they use RiseWorks. Could be wrong, I think it's, they use that or Wise, one or the other. Either way, be able to transfer it to a bank account. And obviously the best thing, 100%, really no profit split. I mean, you got 100%, so very, very beneficial. And we're about 3 or 4 minutes away from market open. Obviously, we'll not take a trade immediately unless we get something very erratic, but definitely just sit and watch. We draw our levels, let them play themselves out, and we'll see what price action gives us. Yeah, as you can see, we're taking a little bit of a dip. Definitely getting a lot of wicks though, so won't be surprised if we pop out of this. Yeah, and like I said a few minutes ago, pretty typical to get a lot of choppiness in direction and not really any big moves, as you could say, before the data release today. But that's not always. Let's look at ES for a second. Yeah, really watch for the 6420 on ES outside. Yeah. And downside wise, excuse me, around like previous close 6403. I believe that's previous close. Maybe wrong. I still have not figured out my bar timer down here. May just need to totally uninstall NinjaTrader and re-download it because I really want that up. So I'll try to have that up by next stream. And market open. Definitely getting some selling. And tomorrow's open will be tomorrow and Friday's open will be very interesting. Mostly because of Meta and Microsoft. Seeing how they react and how they affect NQ. Same with especially Amazon and Apple. Apple being obviously the biggest impactor. Yeah, don't want to mess with that. You see, definitely approaching the previous close, excuse me. But definitely more so watching this the previous low for yesterday. More so go off the previous low and the previous high, but the open and close are there and there anyways, just for some more reference. And last I checked in the pre-market, oil CL was took a dip overnight, but really started getting some momentum to the upside. So we'll check, see how that's doing out the open. Yeah, taking a dip as well. Obviously not getting hit as hard. There we go. NQ, hit that previous close, wicking a little bit above it. Would not be surprised if we pop right out of that. It's already a 15-point move right off that trend line for the previous close. We may take a few trades with a sim account just to give more examples of these setups without risking. Because definitely do not want to get in a trade prematurely in the first 30 minutes. Unless we drill much further. And there we go. I mean, look at that. That's over a 25-point move from that level, and what, we only dipped below 1.5 points. I mean, that's why you have those levels. So I'm going to take a short on the sim. Definitely look for a new low. At this point, would not take a trade unless we break to a new high for pre-market or grind below this this 23, like 23,450. There we go. Buyers stepping up a little bit right here. As you can see, that's over 45-point move. Now 50 from that level right there. We're gonna take a trade off the previous open right here. Obviously, keep the risk the same. Just look for a quick scalp here. Move our take profit right there for a quick $70 or $80.
Target filled.
Very good. I must have misclicked. I swear I just changed that to the funded account. That is very frustrating. It happens sometimes, but yeah, definitely will not take that trade now. That does happen rarely. It's funny. I'm gonna try and look back on that in stream, but I swear I clicked on the third funded account. It's very frustrating. As you can see, coming back down right off our trend line. Exactly why we draw our trend lines. Over a 20-point drop. As you can see, CL make new high. Popping right back up. Great bottom wick right there on the previous 5 minute. So we'll move this one to the 30. Yeah, because that is it's a pretty big level right here. At the yesterday's high, around like 69.80. NQ popping back up. We'll make NQ a little bigger. Yeah, that's perfect. Let's see if we could break out this trend line, break out, and get a candle close above like 23,505. Well, definitely getting a little bit of resistance here. A couple minutes away from a new candle. See how we get a close here. Yeah, pretty nasty candle right there. It's exactly why we draw our trend lines, though. As you saw with the trade before, if I was wise, maybe would have, instead of taking off the open, getting filled off that trend line would have been a better fill. Either way, it didn't matter. It wasn't in the right account, but definitely for future reference. Let's make sure we're on the right account so that does not happen again. As you can see, CL about to break into that, trying to break out of that zone. Take it back to the 5 minute. New candle for NQ. As you can see, very interesting open. pretty big bottom wick, and then good sized top wick to right off the right after that. So definitely still eyeing that 510 area rather than the downside. Love how we bounced right off that previous close. You can see CL seeing a little bit of resistance right there. And Q popping back up. Definitely seeing some resistance in that area around from that previous open to that trend line. Yeah, as you see, seeing a little bit downside right here. Really hoping we see a direction in the next few 5-minute candles, though. As I said before, trends show that it usually ends up being chopped before FOMC. So if we don't really see any movement before, I would say 10:30 Eastern, then definitely probably cut the stream short and reopen it about 15 minutes before the announcement starts, and then cover live trading during when Powell's answering the questions around 2:30, because the number comes out at 2 p.m. Eastern, and then Powell starts speaking half an hour later. Alright, another test right here. Try and make a new high. There we go. Hopefully keep pushing. New candles about to form. Be pretty big if we're able to close above that trend line. Just fighting for it. Yeah. Right on it. Definitely a nice pop right there. Came down, tested this kind of chop zone right here, and then pop back up above the trend line. Gotta close kind of right on it, maybe above, a little below, either way, right on it. And pretty good candle from here, about over like 10-15 points from that trend line. Now more. All right, and there's no one on YouTube. I will be ending the YouTube live stream, so I'll be switching over to Twitch. So, people on YouTube, appreciate you watching, and have a great day.